It's coming up later as well. I'm sure many people are waiting around for that new roster, but why wait when we've got the game here in front of us? Entropiq, it's Static, and it's Mirage to start the series. Cheeky little Entropiq pick here. Of course, it is Static usually banning this map, but they went for the overpass ban, trying to counter pick, and Entropiq have gone right in. Swing out ramp with the smoke on stairs. We've got Fasha in the site. No one else. He's going to swing out. Lackey with his back turn. They come through the bench smoke, and Entropiq are stuck in their spots.
This is looking good, but Nickelback swinging out. Oh my god, Nickelback's off for the ace! Crad will steal it away, admittedly, but how on earth did Nickelback just rise to the occasion?
He's not
swoop out with 4. Yeah, he's not the guy you look at and you go, yeah, he's going to put up some massive numbers right now. You know, mate, after guys like Forrester get turned to mincemeat right away, I was thinking, well, this is a done deal, mate. There's no way out of it. And I think Ecstatic were probably thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
But that's very much the Entropiq effect for you.
Oh my goodness, that's one way to start the day.
First round, and it's nearly an ace. I know that's not the same as it being an ace, but hell, I'll take it. Woo! USP's in mid. It's a classic.
Oh, the blocks.
Just stop shooting each other and everything should be fine. There's Crad to get it back under. I say control.
Yeah,
you know, he stopped the nuclear meltdown, but there is still some radiation seeping into the environment. But don't worry about that. Close your eyes. It's fine. Watch this new film. Here we go. 2-0. Nice little, you know.
Not nice.
It's a start. They get the conversion, right? That part's undeniable.
Nothing is pretty. Nothing is pretty.
I like this, though. Wolfie's going to come out of the AWP right away. He's a very interesting talking point as Wolfie in my eyes, right? If you look at him on HLTV, you'll be like, oh, he has the American flag. He's from NA. Well,
born in Florida, Harry.
Yeah, born in Florida. Raised by wolves.
Raised from a bird from the sky. Flash out ramp, like he jumps it. Nickelback, the entry king right now.
Oh,
leading
it's
by
so
example.
fast,
Wolfie's going to get a trade frag, but no one's waiting around today. Everyone's caffeinated. Everyone's ready to go. Smoke comes down con side, and Lackey's going to get that stick in, but a 2v2 gained from Bird from Sky is going to mean it's Static are on for the retake. No kit right now, and the kills are being hunted for. I'm loving the pressure Entropiq are bringing. Wolfie, he does miss that duck into jungle, and with the timing there, he's scared they're already inside, so he'll go and save that AWP. One shot he hit from Cat, and otherwise it's a save on B. Mate, that last round, though, that anti-eco, that wasn't just team killing coming out from Lackey. That was like mad blocking behind the boxes. Those USPs got a lot done. Just a shame they couldn't capitalize on. I'm loving the pace getting set, though,
the pace
in
is
game
insane,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like Entropiq have come in and they go, mate, we have dinner reservations in an hour and a half. Like, if we're going to make them, we've got to win and we've got to play every round at max velocity.
I think that plays into the veto, Harry, right? We just talked about it. Obviously, we didn't get that breakdown on the desk. I'm sure we'll get more later. But for Static, this is usually their permaban, Harry. The reason they didn't go for it is they dropped the overpass, which is something that Entropiq really are you know, a threat on. So they've picked into their opponent, and Entropiq go, fine, you leave Mirage open, we play that, we'll go right for it. And I think Entropiq know at this point, Static are going to be a little out of their depth on you know, a map they don't play. They have a 6-map pool otherwise. So yeah, they're just keeping up the aggression, they're keeping up the pace, and that's probably what's being discussed in this timeout. Like, guys, we were ready for a bit of respect, and we haven't got it. And, well, that may be why. Entropiq, I'm loving it. Keep it up. Nickelback, in-game bleeding on those entry kills. And Ecstatic, just a little eco around this AWP. Try and put Wolfie in the prime position. Maybe he has a spawn. No, he has the worst spawn, of course.
Well, so something that is kind of interesting going down the route of this veto is, like, there has been a couple of examples in recent times in, like, these pinnacle cups where there's been these time periods where, like, they haven't vetoed Mirage. Instead, they've kind of floated the idea, and it's always been picked against them whenever they do that, right? And the 2 times it's happened already, they actually did pick up wins. That was versus Dignitas and Finest.
Respectable.
But, you know, in that same vein, this is an Entropiq that are very, very good Mirage players. You know, this is
finer than Finest.
Exactly. And so that does make me a little bit nervous, but, you know, maybe you put some effort in. You have the benefit of knowing what the pick was going to be from Entropiq the moment you let Mirage through. So maybe that's given them something to work with this round, right? They've taken some ramp aggression. They get the info that no one's here. that might kind of be misinformation in a sense, right? It might make you lean a little heavier over towards B. You do still have a Palace player. If only they were leaning over towards B, because Entropiq are grouping now for the B hit. I'm curious how they want to use Forrester here. Yeah. Is he going to be, you know, that man making contact first? I would expect so, and it looks like it. He's doing it. He saw ahead there. He saw ahead there, but he's tunnel visioned in. Here comes the B play while all this is happening. Oh. Nice shot from Dafu, but gonna need a bit more out of this Deagle, and all the kills are found for Entropiq. Forrester, he's got them both over here at A. He's calling that across. He's saying, guys, just get the bomb down. We'll win the round. Oh, don't you worry. They even continue to hunt the remaining two, removing that AWP from play and finding this 4-0. There is no denying it. This is a very good start for Entropiq, and it does make me nervous, at least within the context of this first map and with, you know, Estatic not really playing it.
You do have the fallback of Vertigo, right? That is the second map of the series. You can see in the top right, Dust Due to Close. Good map for Estatic, one they've been grinding recently. Probably their best map right now. So, yeah, it's a BO3 for a reason, Harry. All matches in Funspark Ulti finals are BO3. Apart from the final, BO5, we have a double elim bracket, and we're showing both sides of it today with Astralis v K23 up later. And Entropiq are trying to make it a quick day, as you said. Leaning for an early B. Wolfie's got that AWP. He did try to save it last round, but they did not let him get away with it. So Elian's now on his, secured and locked in, looking for a B pick. If he gets it, this XX is going to come right in, but Entropiq are still defaulting with Forrester early in Palace, making some noise. He's now going to come join this B hold before they pop in. But there's no hurry. You've got Estatic right where you want them. Util getting drained, nerves maybe showing on an unfamiliar map, and a bit of a window smoke as well to further complicate matters. Wolfie, oh, they're coming right to him. Elian's quick though on this AWP. Will there be a bait player first? Flash, dodged, Elian's on the angle, and Wolfie learns the hard way.
Flash in the window. Will not be able to spot Krad as that re-smoke's just come in. He's going to have to pull himself away from here. And will catch Forrester on one of these contact Palace lurks that he's attempted in these last few rounds. But with no one in CT, the entire defense is coming from jungle right now. With Max even singed by that Molotov, it might force a bit more respect out of him. It might force the save for Ecstatic. They give this round over. It's 5-0 for Entropiq to open up, and a save call coming in. I mean, I imagine Entropiq go hunting as well. It's like, yeah, they don't have the most money, but it's better than Ecstatic, who have no money. And if you even take away one of these guns, mate, buying in the next round, you could do it. You'd have 4 rifles and no utility, and you just won't. So, yes, keeping these 3 guns alive is very important if you want to keep the pressure up on the side of Ecstatic. You know, I want to focus in. So, talking kind of history between these squads, they actually have a good bit of it. Obviously, they're both here at Funspark Ulti because they played throughout the regular season. You know, throughout last year, there were like all these Funspark events being ran. That then culminates within the EU leaderboard. That was how Ecstatic were able to get here. They actually had really good times at those events, and on top of that, what I want to say is, I think the reason why we saw this like Mirage allowed to slip through, Overpass is one that kept making appearances in those matchups, and Entropiq just kept beating them on it. So, yeah, Vertigo is one where it does get more interesting, even though there is some legit wins for Entropiq on Vertigo. I'm thinking back to the Major here. I think it was, if I remember right, Liquid and Gambit were some of the teams they were able to take down there. Admittedly, I think Entropiq have had a more troublesome time when we look towards like the online period after the Major. I'm talking like while they're playing in Premier, it hasn't looked so pretty, but still, like, mate, I look at like a victory versus Gambit and Liquid on that map as a very legit win. On top of that, it's one that Lingby Vikings have actually had pretty reliably in recent matchups between these two squads, so that's super interesting for the Vertigo second map.
And for Ecstatic as well, like, you know, you said they just came off the qualifier. They came into this event with K23, who also qualified from those European tournaments. But you know who was third place in that leaderboard? It was Entropiq. Obviously, they got an invite to this event after the Major performance, and that would make perfect sense. You know, coming in 1 game off of the quarterfinals, losing to Vitality in that 2-2 matchup. But yeah, like you said, super strong Major performance. They kept it up since. Lackey needs a bit of help. Lackey needs a lot of help. They're chasing him down, and there's a swing from Krad, denied by Dafu. They've got the A site in the meantime, and Entropiq spotted a lot of top mid presence from Estatic, so they've taken that space. One bullet, that's all you need, Fasha. But he's burning alive, he's getting cooked. Window jump up is good. Trades onto Nickelback, 3-on-3, and somehow Lackey still lives. They've left middle, but they're not open to him. However, his timing is excellent. Dude. There's going to be a safe rotate from Fasha, and he can get in through jungle and help out Forrester on this A site.
Imagine if Lackey now ends up being this hero player, right? He's on a mid lurk. This guy was meant to be dead. His duck was cooked, man. He was trapped in the corner. And still, he's still a threat here, able to come in on a late lurk. Yeah. Now, both players are CT. Lackey's not going to get to play into it too much there, but with an open bomb plant, this is set up.
No.
Oh, spammed out, never mind. It gets a little more interesting now, 40 seconds, and suddenly Lackey having to come back and try to get that bomb planted. Forrester's got his back, don't you worry. And now just Fasha creeping around this smoke, looking for a way back in. They're both so low. And he's hit a good timing on that smoke fade. Lackey dead, and now Fasha in with the chance. Forrester tucked in at ramp.
No!
Oh, the timing!
What?
And Forrester's going to win the round, 6-0 in Entropiq. It's close, admittedly. That's one of the closest rounds Estatic have had yet. But it's another one that just slips through their fingers right at the very end.
Oh, Fasha, he even finished what he started, Harry, in middle. He couldn't get that spam kill to Lackey in the corner, but he did find him in the
snow. Still can't believe he lived that, man.
The most insane kill in that round is in the 2v2 when Forrester jumps over default or firebox, I think it was, and he kills the guy, Dafu, trying to spam out Fasha, because he'd already gotten one off the spam. You know he was going back for it, and you know, Lackey was low. That would have been 2 spam kills on the plant, and it would have been a round, surely. Forrester, MVP. Now a broken buy. You just forced up because you're 0-6 down, and Max has made it work. Lacking the util, you need to win some gunfights, but Nickelback has got a bit of a con smoke gap. Won't be crawling through yet. Fasha's over the top, flashes in. Nickelback, it's beautiful. Lackey helping out. Nickelback turns around, and this guy has had his Cheerios for breakfast.
Dude, he's looking so good right now. All right. It's somewhat back under control. That's a lot of damage to Elian, but he's still a threat.
Oh, he's off the angle.
He's dead. Yeah, the molly lulls him into a false sense of security, believes that jungle is clear on the back of it. Still, I'm looking at who's alive. Lackey, the man who refuses to die, and Nickelback, apparently the star.
Nice rotate from Wolfie, though, right? Lackey might walk right by him, and I don't think he's going to check the back of the bomb site. Wolfie, if he gets any sound cues, he can win the round right now, but he sticks his head out, scoped in, Lackey gets the kill, and now Dafu, he knows he's close. Lackey with the round. Beautiful stuff. Entropiq, like, yeah, you can't even take this away from Estatic too much. Entropiq are playing lights out Counter-Strike, quite the pace, no respect on some of these plays, popping through smokes, double boosting window twice in this game already, and there's some mental rounds coming out from Entropiq. Like you said, Nickelback, I don't know how he's getting away with all this. This guy's the in-game leader. This guy is not supposed to be getting this much entry success, but uncomfortable map for Estatic, and they are getting bullied right now. You know, maybe it was a bit of a mind game in Estatic playing overpass all these times in those qualifiers against Entropiq, losing them out multiple times, close games. But, you know, maybe Entropiq were thinking, oh, they're going to pick it in this time. They've got more to show. Nope, they catch them off guard. But, yeah, Entropiq not sleeping at the wheel today. Elian Torp has been excellent as well. He's won all his fights v Wolfie. His team have been setting up nicely. And a messy anti-eco goes the way of Entropiq. No deaths in that round. The money is out of control.
I want to talk a bit more about like the mind game that you pose. I think the one problem with it is that even if you were fully anticipating overpass to come through here, and it's like, if that's what Entropiq went into the day going like, oh yeah, we're just going to play overpass, probably Vertigo in there, let's be real. You know, I think the moment that you're the one to, you know, like
switch it up.
Yeah, you try to switch it up, you try to come in with something different, and it's like, that's all well and good, and maybe it did surprise them, but their base level on Mirage is just so good that, like, I still don't think that's going to be enough. And hell, you know, I think that's a ballsy prediction to make. I know, right?
Is it going to be enough? You know, I'm a little sad that Ancient didn't get left for that third map, right? Entropiq actually removed it in the second veto phase. Ancient would have been really fun because both these teams play it quite a lot, and they both have great numbers on it. But Either way, we're here, we're now, and will this be a 3-mapper? Not if Entropiq get their way. Lackey gets mollied, he's got to swing the molly!
Oh, wait, the smoke bounced, the smoke bounced.
Was that an impact kill, or is that just a different kill feed? The bottle was in the kill feed.
He got burnt out.
Yeah, I was going to say, it took a second. Oh, it got me there. It looked like an impact kill.
No, it's all well and good.
All right, new HUD.
His smoke bounced through the molly. It's the classic bug. It didn't extinguish it right away, and so Lackey dies as a result. Is this how Estatic find their first? They got a man advantage. Briefly had the man advantage. There was that moment, we all remember it, where they had a man advantage, and now, thanks to niko and Crad, bird from Sky. Living up to his name, up above, and down in lower. They're all around Crad.
He jumped out window with that flash.
That is mental, isn't it?
Yeah,
I didn't even notice the cross.
They've lost B. Bird from Sky, he gets tagged up by the AWP, but he won't finish the kill. Elian dead now, leaves niko back. If there's any man I have faith in right now, it's this guy. Takes the AWP, and they're grouping to trade, so this might hold him back. They smoke the molly. Bird from Sky almost burns out. niko back goes wide. He can't go cat. Surely they won't let him. They're crawling in the back of the site. He's going to post up on the archway. That's all the room he's got, and he's watching the wrong side, watching the wrong angle. If they just walk in now, they should see the barrel.
Yeah. Nah, I think he's screwed here, and there it is. They just walk right up on him. Bird from Sky decides he's going to have a round here. Triple kill from him.
It's in-game leader v in-game leader right now,
yeah.
Harry.
But no, brilliant stuff, right? And yeah, no, I kind of like the AWP retrieval, right? Because while they were playing a trade, it was rather like, I don't want to say super wide spacing, but as far as they were aware, right, he had the AK there. You don't want to be in a position where, like, you line up, and if anything, the AWP actually could have come in pretty clutch.
Also, you know, we saw his read. He thought that he was getting apps flanked. Yeah. That's why he was being given room. Last he saw, Bird from Sky was cat, but they double grouped in market. The last place he was ready for. So, yeah, nice round on the board. But we need a little more. Estatic try and play into the aggressive Entropiq style and just pummel them in middle with flashes, popping out window. And, you know, yeah, if your game's not working, maybe you've got to play on their terms. We'll see if they can keep it up, though. Double nades in con to try and remove one of these AWPs. Wolfie's bought another. He's back in window right now. Bird from Sky, situated in the apartment. And, if Wolfie uncrouched, he would be a dead man. He might still be. I don't know how Crad didn't see him there. Wolfie runs out. Not again, Fasher. There's a gap in that smoke, and Crad is back for more. Bit of repetition here from Entropiq. Didn't even need the team flash to help out. Still got that lurk in Palace. Paris, yep. Forrester.
Oh, here he is. Big old Paris lurk for the guy.
Oh my god. Well, bombs regrouping on A. And Estatic, they've made the read. They've got that deep B info from Bird from Sky. He's, you know, confidently made the call. I've got B. Lock down this site. Crad creeps under the AWP, though. And Bird from Sky, got to be very careful with these angles. Luckily, Crad's not going to meet him there. It's deep in A for Manx. This could be a nice spot. They are not going to molly this. They've got to clear it manual mode, and Wolfie's going to draw them in.
Oh, yeah. This AWP gets their attention. And it's designed this way. It's a little bait and switch.
Ooh.
Lackey dead and Estatic building into the round. This is where Forrester being so far removed, or rather Crad over in middle being so far removed, is going to take a little moment to come in on this lurk. It's going to have to find a lot of impact very, very quickly. They're putting a lot of faith in it. They still don't know about this second player that's been waiting in the site. That's where Crad comes in. And he will clear it out. That's the bomb dropped crossing. Someone needs to grab it. You've got 7 seconds, and Forrester electing to fight. Walks into Wolfie, who has a round with the AWP. 4 kills from him, finally giving us that impact we were looking for.
Yeah, right. Think about some of his previous AWPs in the first few rounds of this game. He was left saving, getting hunted on exits. The first 1v1 he had the Elian, he was flashed off, and then Elian just held his angle on the re-peek. So Wolfie, yeah, it's nice to see him come alive. The NA representation, other than Extra Salt, who of course are also in this tournament. Rumored to be complexity after the fact. Oh, a great bug molly, Harry. We love it. That's the one bug I feel like we need to now address to get fixed. That needs to be sorted. That's all too common. We've seen it twice this game already. He even mollied the window and he's locked out of it. We've got this weird old boost up on Catwalk. Mollies, though, burn it out. and Estatic have to go back to the bomb site. Meanwhile, Entropiq, it's a quick A split, and Forrest has switched it up. He's on ramp, not Palace this time around. Fasha, he's been cleared and caught a lot, but this time he gets the drop. Flash is good, and there's nowhere to go in that corner. I love this smoke as well. It's purposely on top of the bench to see legs under triple. No one can cross out of CT, and they're going to flash this AWP. Oh, he dodged it. Manx going back in. It should be a freebie. Elian's killed the other in-game leader. Wolfie does help out. 2 orbs stuck in spawn. A plant attempted but denied as Dafu runs through jungle. They were playing for the post plant. Elian waiting on Cat, but nothing for him now.
Yeah, holding for a triple peak. No. Looking for heads as well.
Yeah.
But this is a really rough spot for Elian to find himself in.
Money isn't perfect as well, so I would love to see a save here. Elian, he might just go and grab an exit on the way out if he can, but by and large, you look at that Entropiq cash, and with 2 rounds in a row from Estatic, it's probably going to be the right call to keep this up.
Yeah, I think as well, Forrest has been going for a lot of these contact plays over towards A, and it was working brilliantly early on, man. Yeah. He was getting away with absolute murder, but now that we've got the double AWP in play, I think this is where you need to move away from these contact lurks out of Forrester. Right, it's not a problem yet, but if Estatic suddenly turn around and 7-8 the half, right, you know, you could have had something really going for you here. You could have had a monumental T-half moving into a CT side of a map you're more than comfortable on. You don't want them to build into it, and I think notably in these last few rounds, now that they're finding impact, now that they're kind of making these adjustments to the Entropiq game plan, it's starting to feel like Estatic are in a position where they can build into this game.
For me, right now, I'd love it if Nickelback called either just one of these fast B-pops, if they have a quick execute with double arch smokes or something to get rid of this cat orb, or if they just go for standard AXEC out of spawn, right? Maybe you have a mid lurker coming in under, maybe Krad's getting weird with it, but by and large, I'd love to see just something where you can put these orbs out of the map, you can cut them out of the round, and you can try and play your post plant, because by and large, Entropiq have not been in post plants. They've been wrecking rounds before we even get to that point.
Have you watched Wally recently?
Not recently, but I'm pretty familiar with the film.
Because, you know, you've dropped a couple of by and larges today. By and large.
Is that's the big company, is it?
Yeah, that's the name of the supermarket in that film.
Oh, it's a good film, man. Nice reference, bro. Your references are sick. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
That's what you're known for. Okay, let's see what they've cooked up here, because we don't have a lot of smokes to play us without.
Would you say, like, by and large, they don't have a lot of smokes?
Yeah, by and large, in general.
Yeah.
And so maybe we see a smoke in jungle, but right now, window smoke, and that's already means that, oh, okay, no, they do, yeah, they bought another few. We've got enough, just enough. Little A group early, and we have that mid lurker that we wanted. Forrester coming in there, and this is just that A smoke. So this time the danger is Estatic are playing inside of the site with 2 rifles. So you know, Wolfie in front of triple, he can help out, he can retreat if he wants, but in general, Harry, we've got a crossfire and things could be good. Manx last time, he was playing Firebox, they mollied under Palace and he went back to it and they still cleared it. So you never know when you're safe. You're probably not running through the smoke. Lackey with an entry, he is traded though. Now you know exactly where Manx is. Wolfie's been pushed off his angle by the AWP. We're still waiting on the window lurk. Manx goes up to his death. Wolfie's given it up and there's the lurk to kill a rotate. Dafu dead on Catwalk has forced Estatic into a save. A perfect round out of Entropiq. They avoid both AWPs. And Entropiq know exactly what's being saved right now just by the players that are alive.
Yeah, you know, you got to give props to Forrester as well, I think, you know, like realizing, okay, they've got my number a bit on the A plays. I'm going to vary it up. I'm still going to keep this very contact nature of my lurks going. But instead, he goes to middle, and he doesn't even play around the idea of helping his teammates. He's like, no, I'm just going to win the round. When you guys get into A, he's got full faith in them to do that. He's like, when you guys get into A, I'm just going to get this player that's rotating. And the moment we take that player out of the round, it should force a save. And that's exactly what happens. It's wonderful watching a plan come together like that.
It's a real team CS luck. It's like the kind of luck that you pull in a pug and then your team don't actually get out A and you just look like a beta, but because it's probably...
Oh, that's the reason you do it.
Yeah. But because it's, you know, called by Nickelback, because Entropiq are, you know, undoubtedly going to get into A and going to win those fights after an execute comes in, you've got so much faith, like you said in Forrester, not being that opening guy, but just closing the round and forcing Estatic out of the round. So double AWP save, it's nice. It's all they could really do. Wolfie, I think, got legged by Elian out ramp, and
he did on triple, mate. Tagged through it.
Can't get a break right now if you're an AWPer on this CT side. They're going to go back for it. Why not? This time without the lurk. And Estatic are going to be scared of middle, Harry. It's the conditioning already set. You said they figured out the ramp and palace lurks. Well, now there's no lurks, and Estatic is still leaning to mid. Manx, this is a lovely position. He knows they've been jumping through this smoke with a flashbang, and he's looking into the wall to dodge it, but full blind! And Dink onto Nickelback does nothing. Bird from Sky now at triple. He's blind as well. Does finish one, but they just blow him through the box. He can't do anything. Absolutely brutalized. And Molly eventually came in post-death. Daffy's got to do something incredible. Nice shot, and he gets out as well. His teammate's fallen, though, in the meantime. Both orbs removed, and Daffy's got to pop off.
Yeah. Oh, mate, on the swing, Elian repositions, goes up and over, and finds an angle onto him. Yeah, that's really nice out of Entropiq. You know, it's so awful, dude. Like, I always, you know, whenever I see an AWP triple, I get so nervous that this is going to happen. I think you've got to give Bird from Sky credit for actually getting a double. Like, he knows he's screwed here. If he sits and tries to hide, he's either going to get mollied or just spammed to death. So he takes that immediate swing, finds himself a second, goes out of the round 2 for 1. I don't think you could have asked for more out of the AWP in that situation there.
And Estatic are trying so hard to stop this ramp smoke pop that Entropiq have just done almost every round of this game. Like, if they've gone A, they have run through the ramp smoke. I don't know what flash they're throwing, but it's incredible. It's blinding a player even when looking into the wall. Forrest is now back to Palace, back to his traditional ways, and he's found an opening kill. Of course he has.
I mean, you know, it's the famed Forrester flash on Vertigo that was like that really good one for popping into a B play. Yeah. He's dead now, isn't he? Just wrecked. The moment I bring his name up. But that's where Nickelback pounces out and gets the trade. Stops that AK getting retrieved. The nade should do it if Nickelback's bullets don't beat it there. And this is clean. And
it's a perfect default round into an anti-eco. You know, the conditioning that we talk about of Forrester here, that's why Wolfie is so, like, confident that, oh, I killed the lurker, I can now run Palace and get this gun, I'm fine. It looks ridiculous, but every round it's just been one guy at A.
They're under Dafu. They're behind him.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward, but it won't make a damn difference, Harry. 11-3, and this has been a phenomenal T-side for Entropiq. Ecstatic probably going to lean back into that overpass next time they play.
Yeah. You know, credit to them for trying something new and trying to pull the wool over Entropiq's eyes, but I don't know. Like we say, I think any amount of anti-stratting, it's not even like Entropiq are doing like these grandiose calls. It is just super, you know, reliant on these lurks finding impact and then normally just grouping and hitting the site quickly once you get that opener.
Oh no, they're so fast, Harry. They know there's someone under. Wolfie has got to pick at least from middle, but right now, that's the clear. I don't think Fashion knew that they had that info. He walks the corner. Forrester follows up onto Catwalk, and it's just freestyle mode right now. Wolfie is back. He's in the connector side, but...
Bird from Sky.
Oh, dear.
He just looked away. Oh, back
in. Oh, that's a flick. Very clean. And B's free.
Dude, it's like we said coming into this, it feels like Entropiq have gone, like, seriously, boys, I have a dentist appointment in 2 hours. We better just bash our way through this one.
They're sinking their teeth right in, Harry.
It's so, you know, it's like no respect, no nothing. Forrester just runs down mid. Also, I want to draw, hang on a moment, Manx. Oh, that was the bomb crossing, but unfortunately, he's just missed that timing. Obviously, you're going to give this a go, right? Round 15, so we at least get a chance, and Wolfie... That's a collateral. Admittedly, it's just the tag onto the second man. That molly could burn Lackey out. While all this has been happening, there's still a big lurk in play, right? Nickelback coming in. He should be able to deal with the market player, but firing off too soon, and now they know he's here. Ecstatic, this was a 2-on-4 retake when it began, and now it's just one player, Nickelback, trying his best to hold on. He just gets away in time. Tap on the bomb, hoping that baits a peak, but Nickelback's counting in his head, mate. He's like, nah, you ain't on that bomb. You ain't sticking it. And so he's mind gaming Manx. Ring around the roses, baby. And there's Nickelback to close. 12-3 and a phenomenal 1v2 to close it.
Unbelievable.
Dude, Ecstatic finally. It looked like they had something to be proud of. It looked like they had a reason to be happy. That would have been a 2 versus 4 retake.
I'm loving what we're getting out of Nickelback today. Like, there's not a weak player on Entropiq for sure, but this guy has spearheaded this game. His T-side openers in the first 5 rounds were just in, like, getting in Ecstatic's head completely. Perfect clutch. Couldn't have played it better if he tried. And you know what's scary for Ecstatic here, Harry? Here at the Funspark Ulti finals, we don't have those 4-minute technical or halftime breaks, rather. We go right in. The momentum does not get stopped. Entropiq, full armored up. They don't want to mess around. No funny business. They want the kills, and they will get them.
Yeah, we got a little palace pop. I'm surprised we don't have a flashbang here. I'm really curious. Okay, so it's a little molly and smoke combo. Wow. The molly actually spreads and covers that gap if they try to fight it. That's kind of a cool idea, but you know, an idea is one thing. It's taking action. It's quite another. And pushing into CT to try and steal this post-plant spot away. They do manage to deal with the first man. Woo! Thanks. On the repeat. This Glock churning them up, mate. It's another dink found. Not out of the realm of possibility. And Manx with the clutch. 1 versus 3. He puts them all on the board. He saves the day, and Estatic, they've at least got anti-ecos to play out now.
Yeah, nice to see that coming through from Manx. Maybe some newfound confidence for him, because these A-holes from Fasher and Manx were just getting melted in the first half. Every round cleared in sandwich, cleared under bow, cleared at triple. There was just no getting comfortable on their CT side. Now, with Bird from Sky calling some setups, Estatic with a chance to build back into this game, there's hope yet. Entropiq force by, why wouldn't they at this kind of scoreline? Double scout and Elian, like, yeah, terrifying AWPer, terrifying scout player. Give him a scope and you're good to go.
We're like 25 minutes into this map and it's almost over.
Hey. Give Estatic a chance on this T-side. If they get eco'd here, then we're talking over. If not, we get to see a more regimented pace of a T-side, not a team that has the floundering confidence to jump through ramp smokes. This should be more standard stuff. Oh, he lined that up. He still didn't get the headshot, but I respect it.
That's so wild.
It hit the wall, man.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Move a bit right. Either way, regrouping back at A, they've done what they feel they need to do, showing at B, showing at mid. It's forced a B stack right now. Nickelback, Crad rather in CT. You do have a scout in the right place, so maybe he can get some picks. There's 2 smokes right now. It's unlikely they'll be in CT.
Because Elian was scoped up deep and they just saw this player leave, they're actually starting to lean towards this A site. This is going to get harder before it gets easy. And they trade out the top mid player. Now Forrest is the Eagle. Damage found from it. Dealing. Oh, Forrester up and over.
Chill.
All right, 3-on-2. And a chance now in the retake on this force by. Manx is going to try and get set up in CT. And hell, I mean, he won a 1v3 here from last time. He's going to try and do it again. Dafu with the swing. And this guy has been giving us a good game. So with these 2 players alive, I'm actually feeling a little better for Estatic right now.
Buying time.
Yeah, just delaying the retake, just slowing it down to a point where really it's unwinnable on time. That's what you're hoping anyway. And with Max holding the cross, Dafu's there to close it. Yeah, mate, I think the moment you get CT for the post plant and you also got, you know, like 2 of your kind of better players right now still in this one, I was feeling quite good about the odds of them getting that over the line, even though it had a very troublesome start with Forrest as the Eagle, really making it interesting.
We got those player cams as well. It's nice to see, even though this is online for the time being. Get to jump in and get to see what people are up to. 12-5. Going to be an eco for Entropiq. Very close force by. Yeah, Estatic takes CT there because they see the mid push, right? They see all that presence in middle. They know it's going to be a con jungle retake. Lovely Deeg, blinded, of course. And, well, the smoke has a little gap. I don't think that was a molly thrown. That's just a bit of a bungling from Estatic. If they don't go up catwalk, they'll be fine. Oh, but they're not fine. Not right now.
This is the Just Eagles and...
Double Deeg out mid. Oh, he sees him. Oh, careful.
Every peek is so scary.
Yeah. At this scoreline, yeah.
Oh my god. And when you're 3-on-5 like this, you know, they only have pistols. In your head, you're going like, okay, we need to just play with confidence. But it's like, you don't want to throw this round of all rounds.
Yeah.
And so this might kind of slow it to a bit of a snail's pace almost. And sometimes that can be beneficial for these Deagles.
Oh,
I'm
dear.
very nervous.
They saw him get out ramp and, oh, Krad's walking in on him. They're
grouping.
double peeking. This is terrifying. Nice shot. Deagle up top. Nickelback gets the kill, and now he can set up on ramp, but they're already running away, and he's read it well. They're grouping for the cat play. Forrest is here, but he's not got the gun for the job. That smoke is bad. That smoke is not going to do anything about connector until you jump through it, and they do. They bypass the AK, but now it will begin to rotate.
USP, mate, is right here. So this should be easy. That's clean, right? That's fine. You're about to dig yourself out of this hole. Just one Deagle left. Oh no!
Dear.
Oh no! They deal with it, but Nickelback's there to trade.
Of course he is.
And that's the eco going in favor of Entropiq. You beat the Force Spy, but then you fall down to the USPs and Deagles. Heartbreaking for Estatic. But Entropiq, they're the ones feeling fly right about now.
Dear, oh dear. And that kills you. Now we can go back to what you talked about last round. You know, it's leaning in the, it might be overstage already. The money is trash. Really, it's so tempting to buy here. I would love to see Estatic actually eco. Otherwise, we won't see these gun rounds on the T half. We'll never know what they had to show. You're never playing for overtime, you know, at this scoreline. And so ecoing now before, you know, before you're double forced and screwed, basically. But yeah, they're going to buy, it seems like. And it's a shame, but you understand it. And it's not, funnily enough, because Entropiq win their full eco, not even their force buy, their money is just swollen out of control.
Yeah, I mean, they've got all the pieces of the puzzle, right? You come into this round.
Well, everyone has all the pieces of the puzzle. They're in the box, Harry. It's about putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
We all have all the pieces. Otherwise, how the hell are you going to do the puzzle?
Well, I don't say everyone. You know, losing puzzle pieces is like a very common thing, actually. I think you'd find.
Don't know, man. Just do it on a table.
Oh, yeah, Alien with his little molly lineup for top mid boxes. No one's crossed yet, though.
It's going to be a weak exec. You can't fake. And the read is already in. Triple B. It almost feels expected at this point. We do have some mid lurking. Maybe they're just going to take middle. Yeah, nothing wrong with that in a round like this. Players coming in from under, and they'll be met by top mid control as well. But now the counter read for Entropiq. They see B, they see it's free, and they pull the orb back to CT. Estatic are wasting a lot of time, although they don't know it, taking this mid info, and info's going both ways. Entropiq have cleared out ramp. They've got this deep B apartments info from Forrester on the bench, and now you have middle, but what do you want to do with it?
I do love how mobile Elian's been this entire time, right? Always the guy rotating between B and A. He was also in window right at the start. Now you're going to meet him over on triple. And re-swing. I wouldn't want to give Elian these fights.
No.
They actually go ahead and throw that top con smoke to get these players out of there. But that is your one smoke gone, and you're going to use it to try and get up Cat. However, Forrester's got all this info, might have more than just information, as he's done a lot of damage. Dafu spams him. However, the bomb cut loose, a 1v4 that would have to be an ace. This isn't painting a very pretty picture for the round. Dafu dead on the swing, and Estatic looking a little dead in the water as Entropiq soldier ahead in a very big way.
Lackey ain't lacking today. 19 and 12, 4 frags on the B defense there. And to think that, you know, we didn't even have Entropiq in the right place initially. That was a quick rotate back through market. The AWP was, you know, locked out on A. Estatic, yeah, they did all they could with a buy that bad. They get the info that the AWP's on A and they just avoid it after they have free mid control. But this is what I meant about why I wanted the last round to be eco, because now this is what you have against 14. You're not going to go, guys, it's fine. We'll just pull the 10-round comeback with guns. No, you're going to buy until this game is done, one way or the other. And so we never really get to see the rifle v rifle in this half. Unless this one wins, it could work. It's fast. It's in your face, but traded 1 for 1, and we got a gap in the smoke. Krad's looking for it. He's done great damage, although he doesn't know. Behind the plant pot, Forrester is knocked off, and Fash is going to take space, but really he can't go too far. It's planting for CT. He needs to stop the retake. It's a nice position. Lackey flicks back, though, and Bird from Sky is about to be grounded. His wings clipped in this 1-on-3 unless he hits some phenomenal deeks.
Yeah, all these flashes. And the first contact and the last contact. That's going to be him knocked out of the round. Mate, Entropiq are looking so threatening.
Terrifying.
Just with how they're like grouping for all these trades so decisively. Like every move feel like it just happens immediately right to where it was needed. And even in that round, like Fasha gets set up in CT after they find the opener onto Forest, right? He's trying to play that post plant again. Well, Lackey, it was over in window, but his immediate response was like, I'm going through the murder hole. I'm shutting this CT player out. They're not allowed to play around this bomb. And I mean, at this scoreline, Hugo, even though you come into this with AKs, also head armorless AK, that's just desperation. You hate that. You hate
Luckily,
that. Oh, man, from bad to worse.
Poor Fasha. He's been getting absolutely wrecked this game through the con smokes first half. Now, through the window smoke second half. Lackey spotted. There's something, but it's nothing in reality. And luckily, the helmet doesn't matter, Harry, because it's an AK anyway. It's a done map. Entropiq lock out Estatic 16-5. And it's kind of what we expected, right? We talked about the veto and you know,